Next hour. Let's circle back to one of our headlines this hour. A cyclone Debbie has made a landfall in northern Queensland, Australia, packing winds of up to 280 kilometers per hour. The Category 4 cyclone is the strongest to hit the area in 6 years. And for the latest, Daniel Robertson, who's with Sky News Australia, joins us now from air in northern Queensland. So, Danielle, the full force of the storm is making landfall in Queensland, and I can see behind you that the strong wind is bearing down on you. What's the situation where you're now?
Well, where I am at the moment is just 1 hour north of Bowen, which is where the Category 4 system did make landfall. Here we've only seen wind gusts of in excess of about 50 kilometres per hour. We haven't got the brunt of the system here, but just further south where that cyclone did pass through, we saw winds, as you mentioned, in excess of 260 kilometres per hour as rain has inundated the areas. We have heard from people in the Whitsundays and on Hamilton Island that the sound of the wind has been deafening. These cyclonic winds have picked up debris and have been flown around the towns. Now, a lot of homes have been destroyed. People are being urged to remain indoors. We're also going to see the eye of the storm pass through. Authorities are saying this could be deceptive. We will see a small window where the sun could come out, and we will see blue skies before the back end of the cyclone will push back through and those winds will start to pick up again. Another major concern is the tidal surges. We could see tides in excess of 4 metres that are going to lash coastal properties and in fact could completely wipe out coastal properties. Where I am here in air at the moment, all the coastal towns have completely been evacuated. They've been put on buses and taken to safety to areas further north, and that happened over the weekend. We have been preparing here in air and right across far north Queensland for this cyclone for a number of days, but I guess nothing can really prepare you for this when it actually does hit. As I mentioned, debris has been flying mainly in the Whitsundays area. At the moment, though, luckily there have been no reports of injuries.
And authorities say that this would be the area's worst storm since Cyclone Yasi back in 2011. Are there concerns that with climate change, such big storms could become the norm?
Well, far north Queenslanders are very used to cyclones. We are very prepared for them. A lot of people were feeling a little bit complacent as this cyclone did come to hit, because it is something that we need to be wary of and we need to be experienced with every year. The cyclone Yasi that hit 6 years ago, as you mentioned, that was a Category 5. We saw wind gusts peaking at 285 kilometres per hour. So it was a slightly bigger system at this stage, but that in fact could all change. This cyclone in particular is still going to take at least 18 hours to cross the coast. It is potentially, we are in for a catastrophic 24 to 48 hours. But just to mention, just to address your question about global warming, at this stage, you know, as I said, Queenslanders are very used to these cyclones. There is a potential with global warming. They could be worse, they could be destructive, and I'm sure this is going to be a conversation that is going to be had in the future, seeing the remnants and the destruction path that this cyclone does take.
All right, Danielle, please stay safe. Thank you very much for that report. That was Danielle Robertson in northern Queensland.